Oh, they're being equal on both sides. Jay said it made me think of something. It's all political, and if my music is literal and I'm a criminal, how the fuck could I raise a little girl?
I couldn't.
I wouldn't be fit to.
You're full of shit too.
Guerrera, that was a fist that hit you. Oh,
Dope.
bars.
There it is,
the
bro.
MC Lenwords hates.
I don't listen to the Beatles.
I don't listen to the Beatles, which is wildly out of pocket, Lenwords.
I know, bro.
So many hit records. What's your favorite?
Drake's got more slaps.
That's crazy
Slaps in
business.
the Beatles.
What's your
Drake's got more
favorite?
slaps.
What's your favorite Beatles record?
Hey Jude.
Hey Jude?
Yeah.
That's not a
Yeah.
bad choice.
Yeah. Only because my son used to sing it when he was like 3 years old.
Have you seen that movie where all of the Beatles songs get forgotten?
Yesterday.
It's called Yesterday.
I did see that
Bro,
one.
that movie's amazing.
That was
What?
brilliant.
No, I
that
never
was
seen
really
it.
brilliant.
My brother.
Yeah, it was like some Indian dude who like knew the Beatles, like he knew the whole catalog and he could play the guitar and everything. And he did he wake up or something in this world?
So
like what was it?
He's a struggling artist, right? And he he's got his acoustic guitar, makes kind of like similar vein music, not fully, more like maybe folk, indie rock
Right.
type of a vibe. And he's been making music forever, but super struggling. And he's about to give up his dream. And he's riding his bike home and he gets hit by a fucking bus. And like at that same time, there's a
That's what it
huge
was.
power outage throughout the whole world, right? And he wakes up and he's the only one that remembers the Beatles.
Oh shit.
Right.
okay.
So and his manager / kind of like girlfriend gets him this brand new guitar when he gets out of the hospital, and they're like, play something. So he goes, Yesterday. He starts playing a Beatles song, right?
Yeah.
He's all, brand new guitar needs a beautiful song or something like that, and all of them are like, when the fuck did you write that? He's like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Like, what are you guys saying here? And yeah, so nobody in the world remembers the Beatles. So he goes through this whole process of remembering the songs. So he thinks of the names and he thinks of the words. He's got like all these Post-it notes and he rewrites and recreates all the Beatles records and becomes a worldwide phenomenon, bro.
Damn.
Because Ed Sheeran discovers him. It's funny because Ed Sheeran's actually in the fucking movie too.
Okay.
But man, that movie is super, super creative and very original.
Okay. I'm gonna check that out. That's
You
That's
probably
gotta
like
got
that
me-
one.
The Beatles, man. What about you,
Intrigued.
Jay? What's your favorite Beatles record?
Man, I don't know. They have a grip, bro. I like playing that "Can't Buy Me Love."
Oh,
I like
yeah.
playing it on piano, bro,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of chord switches.
That's the
and shit.
early
and it's
Beatles.
fast though. Yeah, because a
Yeah.
lot of shit I produce is slow. So like I'm trying to speed my shit up a little bit. So I'm like, dun, 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 you know what I mean? But
That's the early Beatles.
That's the early ones,
That's
I
when
know.
they first got here with that was pop Beatles.
What's yours?
Man, the White Album out the gate. I'm just gonna say
Pick
that
a
out
song.
the gate.
Song.
Song, that's pretty fucking difficult, my brother. So I would want to go to Yesterday's obviously a really fucking good one too. Let It Be is
Let It Be is
ridiculous,
classic,
my brother. Again, Hey Jude, another fucking classic.
yeah,
Damn, bro, there's too many. I keep going. But I want to lean towards Let It Be, Yesterday, and man, even Eleanor Rigby's a good one,
All right,
bro.
let me make it easier for you. Which one has the most sentimental value to you?
Let It Be.
Let It
Okay.
Be. Oh yeah,
There we
I
go.
was gonna say
Let It Be.
There we go.
That
Okay.
one's, and it's funny because I remember, when we were little, when Sesame Street was trying to teach us the letter B, right? With Let It Be.
Yes.
The Beatles, it's interesting talking about that and like that time frame. When we watched Yesterday with the boys, I started thinking, my brother, the Beatles were only together for like 7 years.
Well, outside of the time
Outside
when
of
they
the
were in
original, but
Germany,
even then,
yeah.
that wasn't that much time added on to it, bro.
Yeah.
They made all these fucking records, these slappers, these, timeless songs. 7 years.
because they stole all the chord changes.
Because they stole all the chord changes. How do you write that many great hit records, though, in that small amount of time? That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, they were masters of their craft, bro. Like when you have that many people like that know what they're doing
Yep.
and that all have the same goal, like it's it's kind of easy to be, not easy, but it's a little less effort to make something dope like that, to make something happen. You know what I mean?
Blackbird singing in the dead. Come on, bro. They got too many. Dog. You could just keep going with these fuckers.
One of my favorite ones, but it's not even the Beatles. It's John Lennon. Is that
He was the best
Imagine
Beatle.
all the people,
Come on.
bro?
He was the best Beatle,
Hey,
bro.
that was the one that got his ass
That-
shot too.
Oh
Yeah.
man, among other
buddy.
things that he was doing at that time.
Yeah,
bro.
but that one specifically, that title was like problematic.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
He was trying to
And
raise the frequency, my
yeah,
brother.
he was telling people, he was just
We,
like,
we can't be having people raising the frequency around here.
Yeah.
You know? Imagine. Oh, and then again, that's why I think eventually the Beatles would have reconciled their differences. Obviously,
Yeah,
I think
probably.
so.
Probably.
But at that time, he was not on the same path as they were, dog.
Nah, he was Kanye.
I know.
He was Kanye before.
Honestly,
Kanye.
bro, he kind of was on some of them vibes, bro.
Yeah.
I remember seeing this kind of like protest that him and Yoko Ono did, where they just slept in this department
some
store
store
window,
naked.
butt
Yeah.
ass naked.
Yeah.
They were just smashing, just living life, bro. And there was a bunch of like reporters there filming the thing the whole time.
Yep.
It was like a week,
Yep.
and they were protesting war.
Yeah.
That's
Crazy.
what
But that's the shit that got him taken out for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember another interview where like the lady was like, well, how come you don't make like what's that one? Can't Buy Me Love. And then the other one that I always think about Ferris Bueller with that one song. Remember the one Ferris Bueller sings on the float?
Oh yeah.
How's it go, Dom? Yeah, Twist and Shout.
Oh, yeah.
That was from the first era of the Beatles, right?
What wasn't that the Isley Brothers though?
Well, they redid that one and they did that was originally the Isley Brothers, wasn't it?
See?
Was it though? Was it originally the Isley Brothers?
remember. I
That's a
don't
good
remember.
question.
I
don't remember either because
I kind of think it was.
that
but I don't
wasn't
know.
my favorite era of the Beatles.
Let's see if I can find that.
When they went into like when they started doing drugs.
Yeah.
Right?
That was when you were like,
Oh yeah,
Let's
man,
go.
let's go. They unlocked it, bro.
Now
they
they're
opened up
talking.
that third eye.
Now they're
dog.
talking.
Come on, bro. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. I think it's funny how they try and backpedal that story, right?
Oh, yeah.
They try and explain it. I mean, it's obviously about LSD.
Right.
Lucy in the sky with diamonds. He's like, my son, he was drawing this picture. And it was this beautiful lady, and she was in the sky, and she had diamonds. And I asked him, what's her name? Oh, this is Lucy. Lucy in the sky with diamonds.
Right.
Pretty interesting.
Right.
Because back then, you couldn't just straight up be out here talking about all the fucking fuckery like we can now.
Yeah.
You had to hide it.
yeah.
So someone dropped it before the Isley Brothers, but it didn't go hit any charts until Isley Brothers remade it.
And then the
And then
Beatles
the
remade
Beatles.
it after
And the
that.
Beatles
Oh, so
remade
it
it.
was just
So then-
one of those publishing properties. That
What
just got
about
passed
what
on.
about that one Little Help from My Friends, right? So they did that originally, and then Joe Cocker got it, and he made that song.
Yeah.
That song, bro. That song right there reminds me of my childhood because I grew up watching Wonder Years.
Oh yeah.
That show was slapper. Yeah, fuckers, I'm old, bruh. Shit. That show was good though.
It was. It was all right.
It was that.
They redid it and made it woke.
Ooh, like everything else.
Made it woke.
Hold on, wait. Like,
Well, it's not. It's not. I'll just say this.
It's kinda
they
sleep?
they recasted it. I'll put it that way.
Some of the same
That's pretty
actors.
much all you gotta say.
we got some representation, speaking for the folks, but I don't think that was necessarily the show to resurrect.
get proper
Yeah.
representation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Exactly.
was fuck. When did that show came out? In the late '80s, right?
Yeah.
I remember I was little.
Yeah.
Again, I just remember Winnie. She was the standout for me when I was a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
I was obsessed with women.
A little bit, bro. Then came Topanga. Then came the Pink Ranger. And then I had a child as a teenager. So
There you go.
maybe I should have been chilling out, bro.
Pink Ranger was too skinny, man.
She was too skinny. Not in the Ranger outfit. We just have her take the helmet off, my dog.
That was the stunt double, though.
I mean,
They a little.
if she has
little
her
thicker
face-
in the legs, man.
we just take the helmet off and she could keep the face. That's all that really matters. That's all that really matters. So before we get too far, we introing right now. You are now tuned in to Respect the Connect. I'm your host, Johnny James, and I'm here with a few of my nearest and dearest. J, old man Travis, still old as fuck, is in the building. What's poppin', old man Travis?
Shit, chilling, bro. Limped in this motherfucker.
Limped in
About
this
to limp
bitch.
out.
About to limp out this
No.
bitch. Landwords.
Yes,
What's
sir.
poppin', Landword?
What's popping? Let's see. What's popping today? Damn.
Jay's hit.
Yeah. Well, that's every day.
And my
Yeah.
knee now, dog.
Your knee?
I
Damn.
told you, you got to stretch before you run, man.
Yeah.
Man, we still popping like Red and
We
Bakken,
still popping. Orville Red and Bakken. I
Yeah.
like that one.
Yeah.
Production on the other side, we in focus, Dom.
Clear.
Oh, man, this guy's got a mic now. We
yeah.
clear how we sounded.
Oh,
How we sounding?
Even better.
Even better.
Let's go.
Well, that's good because, podcasts are mainly audio. So if we sound good, it's all right if we don't look as good. You know what I'm saying? Episode 67. Make some motherfucking noise, Jay.
Please.
Man, you see that? That was a balanced intro. I didn't get too overly excited, bro.
You didn't.
Chilling. It's Father's Day, dog.
You said the right number of episodes.
I
it was.
did.
Yeah.
It's Father's Day. Chill vibes on a Sunday. Happy Father's Day,
Thank
Lil
you.
Words.
Happy Father's Day to
Yeah,
you.
happy
Thank
Father's
you,
Day to
my
y'all,
brother.
man. You guys got any
Happy
plans
son
for
of a Father's Day.
Happy son of a Father's Day. Hey, like I said, Ice-T said it this morning. Happy Motherfuckers Day.
today? Oh yeah,
I'm with it. I would.
That's right.
I would definitely get behind us changing the fucking holiday to Motherfuckers Day.
Yeah.
We could use Samuel L. Jackson as like the spokesperson.
Fuck yeah.
That'd be fire, huh?
Start a petition. Let's
do it. With Ice-T and Samuel L. behind it, I think we could actually gain some momentum on
We
this.
get some change.
Yeah.
That's the change we need, man.
I agree. The world could be a better place, bro, if we change it to Motherfuckers Day.
Clearly, man.
So what do you think you're getting today, Len? Wear some socks, maybe?
If I were to be so lucky.
Some socks. If you got some socks, what kind would they be? What kind? What's your dream Father's Day sock
My
combo?
favorite socks? I don't know, man. Like in the wintertime, I really like I got like some Jimi Hendrix socks with like the stitching, and I got some Breaking Bad socks with like
That's
the
dope.
stitching and like the
Oh,
pictures.
so
and
you
stuff.
got like the pictures on there?
Yeah, so I like those in the wintertime, and then in the summertime, I'm just low cut black socks. Like I go back to the Fab 5 days. So
Yeah.
I got
my
some
style.
dope socks, bro. It's these alien abductions, bro. It's like abducting the cow, and you
Oh,
see
yeah.
a UFO above it.
Yeah,
Pretty dope. Bro.
yeah.
You know, I don't really rock some of those socks like that with the painted faces and decorations on it. Man, they make your fucking feet sweat like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Those joints don't breathe.
That's what I
at
said
all.
for the wintertime.
Gotta have it in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Because I had some dope ass like Ninja Turtle ones that they were hired. I'm a down ass folk dog. So
Man,
they
I had
were
a
up to
whole-
my
I
I
had
was gonna say, if anybody should be wearing them, you
It's
should.
me. Listen, bro. I can't change, motherfucker. I showed Len Words a picture of me the other day, dog. He's like, God damn, you look like a problem.
What picture was it, dog?
Bald head, like he had like the hooping shorts and like the cut off tee
Yeah.
with the glasses and he just looked like hide your wife, hide your kids. Like that's what he looked like.
And my white socks you couldn't even see
socks,
them.
yeah,
They were all the way up
Yeah.
to the shorts.
socks to the shorts,
And I was wearing shorts.
yeah.
And the real shorts. Shout out to my dog Mano Belector. He's always like, those ain't fucking real shorts. Like, what the fuck do you mean?
Yeah.
What are real shorts? But Manuel knows what the fucking real shorts are.
Yeah.
That's fucking fun. So these aren't real shopos? I see the
Nah,
Nikes.
these are
I
slides,
see the
my
Nikes,
dog. That's it. But I was dressing like that because listen, back then I didn't have a lot of dough. I wish I had one Nike outfit and I rocked that shit till it was done, son.
Yeah.
Every holiday you were breaking it out.
Man, here comes Grin with his Nike fit again.
Right.
It was a maroon one. It matched. So I had two. That's crazy. Unlocking memories here.
The windbreaker?
No, I had the cut off all black Nike outfit that Len Words seen the picture I showed him, and then I had a maroon one, and it all matched.
Yeah.
Damn, them fits were fired. I
Yeah.
still rock those right now, dog.
Of course.
If I could.
What about them Fat Farm suits? You remember them?
You know, I never really
I
never
never-
really rocked Fat Farm.
I remember they were popping though, dog.
The Fat Farm,
Everybody had
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
I didn't do the Fat Farm as much as I did the Carl Kanai. And Carl Kanai was big.
Yeah.
And we did Carl Kanai, Jabot, Major Damage, Cross Colors. And those were like the main ones. Sometimes like some Guess or some Boss stuff, but
Yeah.
that was like the lower tier.
Damn, I
But-
forgot about Boss.
Yeah, for real.
Remember the Boss jeans with that big ass Boss print on the side of them and the shorts?
Oh, dude.
Yo.
I do, bro. That's fucking crazy. I forgot. I look at my pants like they
Like,
had.
yeah.
I was like, you were
I
like,
need some
yeah,
of
I'm
that
wearing
joint.
those.
That'd be
I got 'em
crazy
on.
business.
That's funny as fuck, bro. Like the Jenkos.
Yeah.
You probably never got into the Jenkos. though.
Absolutely.
You
not.
just missed that.
Yeah.
Nah, it would never have happened.
All my skater homies all had.
Yeah,
those.
it never would have happened. I used to get mad when I would buy some jeans and be like, all right, the waist fits, cool, and then I would misread how wide the cuff
The
was
actual
on the
fit was,
bottom,
yeah.
and I get them home and put them on, and I'm like, why are these fucking like they were all the way from my toe to my heel like this?
They were just
Yeah.
like the whole.
They
thing
covered
was
the
just
shoe.
a
Yeah, it was
square,
like a
dog.
straight line from your thigh all the way down to your ankle. I'm like, bro, this is not fashion, bro.
And then the chain, remember the
You
fucking
had to have the
chains
chain,
with-
bro.
hooked
Nah,
up to your
see.
wallet.
See, I fuck with the Jenkos because of the back pockets. I
Oh,
could fit
yeah.
a whole 12 gauge in them back pockets. You couldn't even see it. Couldn't even see it. I'm being real here,
I'm
dog.
like, I bought them so I could put my fucking CD player, my portable CD player.
My brother, you could put a whole goddamn house system in the back pockets of them
I
bitches,
know,
bro.
dude, that shit was-
And speakers.
Well, they were like what, $80 back
They were
then?
expensive as
They
fuck.
expensive
Jenkos
as-
were?
Yeah.
So I didn't get my first
were
pair of
paying for the
Jenkos
materials, though.
until I got my first job. My mom wasn't gonna buy me that, and now I look back, those motherfuckers were sloppy as shit.
They were.
Walking, you could
They
hear,
were.
you could hear like,
Yeah,
You know
the
what I
swish.
remember about those, dog, is the back down here. They're always fucking shredded.
They would get
They
frayed.
eaten up.
Yeah, that's
People
why
would
I
always
hated
be
them.
walking around
Yeah.
and
and they'd be all
shredded.
wet and nasty,
Yeah.
bro. You can see the wetness going up like higher into the pocket.
Yeah.
You know they're trying to make a comeback with them joints,
The
right?
Jenkos?
Yeah.
Nah, they can,
Drake's spearheading the movement of
Oh,
the giant jeans.
stop
So I ain't even playing at all.
I have seen a couple.
Him
posts,
and
bro.
Bieber are out here giant jeaned out.
Well, I'm like Lil Durk
those aren't
and
my
all them fools.
leaders,
That's how they
so-
dress.
Those are my leaders, so I guess I better follow suit. But you know what I say all the time? If you want to like look at what's probably about to happen in fashion, look at what Lil Wayne's
Lil
rocking.
Wayne.
Oh, really?
When he came out with the skinny jeans, everybody was rocking skinny jeans. Now he's back in like baggy clothing.
Do you think he still holds that position?
I do.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. I think people, even if they don't realize it, they're still paying attention to what Wayne's doing.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
That's why he's got to be in the top 5 conversation, even if you don't rock with his music. And if you don't rock with his music, that's a little weird.
And he's been doing it for a long time, dog.
Bro,
Like,
since he was 15 years old, my dog.
Yeah.
yep.
Like, he invented so much of the culture. I think people don't give him credit for bling bling. And I think a lot of people don't realize how big that was in the culture for as long as it was.
Oh, yeah.
When you had white newscasters telling the fucking forecast and being like, blang, blang, that's when you know you've blurred the lines.
crossed over, yeah.
You've crossed over completely, bro.
Yeah.
So, Father's Day.
Indeed.
I know there's a lot of people out there that get upset with this fucking holiday, bro.
Who?
I mean, the people that bitch online. That's not when I say a lot of people, I'm talking about the people that bitch on Facebook. So let's get that clear, right?
The bots.
Yeah, well, not even the bots.
The toastovers that
it's
get
just-
mad and they're like, oh, I fucking
it's just it's wild to me, bro. We got to deal with this shit every single year, bro. It's like, I'm a single mom. Happy Father's Day to
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Listen, I know you take care of it. Ain't no one trying to say you ain't holding shit down, right?
Right.
But come on, bruh, chill out. You ain't got to get on Facebook every year with the same post talking about Happy Father's Day to me.
Yes. You're not a father.
No,
And-
you're a mother and a great one at that.
Yeah.
No one's taking that away from you, but you are not a father the same way that I am not a mother, right? I'm a motherfucker, but I'm not a mother. I would never try and take that title.
Well, listen, I might be the one to take something away from those people and say that if you're the type of person who needs to make every holiday about you, you're probably not that great of a
Okay. I see
either
that.
one. You know what I'm
that.
saying? Like, oh, I'm a great this or I'm a great that. And it's just like, yeah, but are you? Because you don't celebrate it. Like, you're not, it sounds like you're a little vain here.
You're just trying to make it all about you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the same type of person who's like, well, this is my birthday week.
This is my birthday month.
Yeah,
Words.
or month.
Dude,
Yeah.
That shit bugs the
I
fuck
think
out
there's
of
a
me.
thread you got to kind of find there because
Yeah.
those are similar to people that when someone's going through something, they insert what they had went through, right? But see, there's a proper way. I think there's a way to do that that does not make it sound like you're trying to make it about you.
Right.
If you've been through a similar situation as the person, right? And you're like, okay, listen, I relate because right? I did
Yeah.
this and I went through this. Instead of completely flipping it and be like, yeah, you know, fuck, my shit was so fucked up.
Yeah.
But when some people do that, they'll completely not listen to what the other person's going through and they'll make what they're going through about them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Similar kind of person, I think.
Yeah, I think so. And I don't even think that all those people are like bad people. I just think they're not aware of themselves.
Yeah.
Like they don't understand like how they come off to other people. So it's like you think you're being empathetic by saying, "Oh, I know exactly what you're going through." Man, my brother died.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, and then you just start telling a story about you, and it's like, yeah, but my brother just died.
Yeah.
Like, you know
Like,
what I'm
I'm
saying?
trying to
Like,
talk to you
I'm
about
talking
it.
to you about something that is now, and you're telling me this whole side quest adventure story
And
that I don't want to hear
I
right
think
now.
Sometimes when they go to you for that advice, they probably already know that you went through it.
Yeah.
right? So you don't have to double
You don't have
down
to
and tell them,
overdo it,
yeah, I
yeah.
went through it
again.
They're
Yeah.
explaining it to you because they know that you understand because you may have went through a similar situation.
Less
right?
is more in those
Always,
conversations.
man. Less is more. Always,
Bro,
bruh.
just listening, dog. Like you don't even have to you don't even have to like converse, bro, but just listen to what they say cuz once they get it off their chest, bro, it's a weight lifted, bro. You know what I mean? And you don't always have to have some input on it and just fucking let them talk, bro. You know what I mean?
Some of the best conversations I've had have been majority silence.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Yeah.
To listen more and talk less.
Yeah.
That's what my pops used to always say. And I think he got that from my grandpa. And, you know, them OGs, they have that OG wisdom, bro.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, shout out to Pops, bro.
Hey, bro, shout out to Pops. Hey, man, happy
Awesome.
Father's
Yeah,
Day.
happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Yes.
Man, talking about that, my dude. Fuck. We ended up out in San Fidel a couple days back. I had an interview with Channel 4. It was the second part of 2 interviews, matter of fact.
Okay.
And they wanted to do the whole story.
Of like where you came from and
Where
and
I
all
came from, how I got started, who I am, what I do, my social security number.
Oh yeah, what
my
what
birth
is that?
certificate.
What is that, by the way,
They wanted
bro?
all my bank information, right? But they wanted to go out to San Fidel, right? It was their idea. And so I, obviously I hit up Landware's. Landware's like, yeah, let's go film it. So we get out there, dog, and man, it got heavy quick, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like me and Landware's were walking through the land, bro, and like we're going through like we have the sugar shack out there, and there was this spot that like we used to kind of put our stuff in. There's like storage. And it's completely torn down now. The walls are gone. So we're kind of going through the rubble. And I find my sister's Holy Communion book, bro.
Wow.
Still in like all right condition, huh?
Yeah.
I open up the back and she had her little santos that they give you when you make your first Holy Communion.
Yeah.
Bro, it was still there.
Did you bring it back?
Fuck yeah, I did.
Hell yeah, dope, dog.
And then our, those old school green twists to keep the tree things together from the 90s, the like tree bottoms.
For the
For the Christmas tree.
Oh,
the
yeah,
big,
yeah.
like, I don't even know what the fuck they'd be called.
It's like a Christmas tree stand.
Yeah,
but
like
it's
the
got
plastic, plastic
yeah.
or
But it was
whatever
the
is.
big green 90s one.
Yeah.
It was still there too. It wasn't intact, but it was there. So like we're walking through all the rubble of, my early childhood.
Yeah.
And then here comes the news.
Yeah.
So I'm already like in a weird state of mind, and they just
yeah.
start asking all them questions. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still kind of like in a weird state of mind from it, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it make you reflect afterwards about like any of your experiences?
Yeah. It brought up, this is going to sound like maybe overly dramatic, but it brought up a lot of trauma that I haven't thought about in years.
Yeah.
Because being there where the trauma happened and then talking about it
Yeah.
hit a little different. It hit a little different. I just didn't expect it. Like, and it's interesting because I remember the last time me and my dad went out to San Fidel, it was when we were getting ready for that video that we never shot.
Yeah.
And we're out there and, we're by the slab of concrete where the trailer was at.
Right.
And the sun's kind of going down. So you can't see how like decrepit everything was now, it has become. It looked similar to like how it was when I was there because it was getting darker. Same thing for my dad. And my dad's just kind of sitting there quiet, and he tells me, he's like, Mijo, I think we need to go. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, man, the ghosts are a little too loud right now.
Wow.
And in that moment, I knew what he was getting at, but when the news was out there interviewing me, I got it.
You were hearing them.
I was hearing it.
Yeah.
I was hearing
That's
it.
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It was dope though to have Landwords out there to kind of like get to see all of it too, because he's been out there a few times when we're scouting for video shoots, but he got to kind of get the whole picture. I think.
Yeah. The whole. Yeah.
I got you. Dang, man. How long were you guys out there?
It was a couple hours.
Couple hours.
Yeah.
How do you think the interview went?
I think it went good. I have to defer to Landwords for that because I was there.
That was at points, that was some of the most vulnerable moments I've ever seen this guy, which is saying something because I've
Yeah,
known him
for
for a decade plus.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where it's like I could tell, because they do like news interviews differently, where it's like they'll film a lot, B-roll, main interview, and then, you know, and they'll just keep you talking. And then they craft it after the fact, after they get to know you and kind of figure out what they want the story to be and how they're going to present you and everything. So the conversation was very much like, oh, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? And for me, it was really interesting because you don't normally, like in the podcast, we get to hear him, you know, and all his wonderful opinions. But in that interview, he's not always just talking about himself. You know what I'm saying? So that was a rare type of thing to be like, no, you're just talking about you. So that was cool to hear. I think people will really dig it when they get a chance to get to know him better and really say like, yo, this guy is one of us.
Well, that's a good point, bro. Like you know, people know you from TikTok and, you know, funny skits and stuff from your music as well, but people don't see that the real side, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody goes through it, you know what I mean? And nobody's exempt, you know what I'm saying? So to see somebody that's really known and visually seen a lot in Albuquerque or New Mexico, I mean, nationally, I think, like he said, it's going to resonate with a lot of people.
Yeah. And I think that's why I chose, because, bro, I talk about shit I've never spoke about. Yeah. You guys know we've brushed upon it, but I never directly speak on certain situations, right? And when they brought it up out of nowhere, dog, like it caught me off guard. And being there where I was at, it was even more off guard. Yeah. But I felt like it's the story, brother. Yeah. Like, I can't run from the story. I can't hide the story, right? Yeah. My dad would want the story to be 100% told and the truth. And it's going to speak to a demographic that needs to be spoken to. True. In a way that they're like, oh, fuck. Okay, y'all, nah, this is why we relate. Yeah. This is why we relate. It's not from a perspective of, and you guys know, I never try and tell people what to do ever in the first place, but I never give advice from a perspective of me not actually walking the path, right? I never want to lead from the back, my dog. I want to be in the trenches, brother. So that's the thread, I think, of what made me feel not comfortable. I don't even use the word comfortable. Feel ready to talk about certain things that I hadn't. Yeah. So I'm curious. I'm like a little curious, a little nervous to like see it on display like that. You know what I mean? So we'll see. They're supposed to air during, both interviews and segments are supposed to air during the Olympics.
Sick. Channel 4?
Channel 4,
Yeah.
KOB.
Shout out to Channel 4.
Which I didn't know is the only actual like locally family owned station.
Oh, really?
All the other ones are affiliates?
I guess so.
Oh, shit.
I didn't know that.
Huh.
All in, you know what was crazy was being in the actual KOB building. Yeah. They got the old ass sign, bro, from like the fucking like 30s or some shit. It's like you go back in time. It was crazy. I was sitting there thinking to myself, bro, I've found myself in positions over the past like 5 years where I'm like, how the fuck did I even get here? Sitting in a board meeting with all these executives talking about news stations and the direction of like our society is just crazy to me sometimes, bro.
Well, no, consistency, bro, and you have a good message, dog. You know, I gotta say that. But
I try.
Yeah, it's so. I wouldn't be so. Don't be so surprised. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot. You know, it took years to get here, but
it did. I'm still not used to it though, brother. Like we've seen yesterday, right? Sure. We're at the Santa Fe event. Yeah. Which went great, by the way. Thank you guys for everybody coming out. We raised more than enough money that the projected goal was hit and passed. But we're there, we're, you know, special guests and shit. And we're so used to having to be like, hey, can I please get one more VIP pass? can I get one more ticket? Like, please.
You gonna throw me under the bus like this,
come
bro?
on. It's both of us, bro. Because we were both thinking the same thing. Yeah. I left my VIP pass intentionally not tied on because I was about to give it to somebody else.
Homegirl's like, here, you gotta tighten it. She tightened us.
I kept mine to the side. I was like, oh yeah, I tightened it. Because I thought I might have to give it to somebody else. That's the background we come from. Yes. We trying to sneak as many people in as we can because nobody wants to give us the tickets or the VIP passes. So Jay's like, hey, bro, you think like they're going to notice if I give Kim my VIP pass? And I'm like, I don't think we got to worry about that. Hey, can you get some more VIP passes? Bro, it was raining VIP passes.
That was too funny, bro. Yeah.
But we're still used, like, we're still used to having to kind of conduct ourselves that way. which is not a bad thing, I think, bro. It kind of keeps us
Save money.
level and save money. That's why you probably ain't gonna see me flying first class, brother. But Leonard said something earlier that made me, it resonated. He said, embrace the abundance.
Yeah, indeed.
Make some fucking noise for that, bro.
dog.
Embrace the abundance.
You got to.
Yes.
Sometimes you just gotta pay the tickets, pay the fines, pay the fees, and just know the money's just circulating.
Stop trying to block your blessings.
Yeah. You're trying to hoard money, and money's meant to circulate.
Yeah.
So circulate it, man.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. You got
Circulate
some?
it the right way though. Don't just spend it on random bullshit.
No, not at all. But I still feel like you can overcorrect. You know what I'm saying? So you got to watch it on both sides. You know,
Stop being a motherfucking cheap ass. Yeah.
spend that money, man.
Yeah, well, because you are right, dog. Like, if you don't embrace the abundance,
Yeah,
you can block your blessings, my brother.
indeed.
If you don't realize where you are, how you're moving, what you're doing, and it also goes back to maybe not appreciating your blessings, right? If you don't embrace it and you don't appreciate what you got, you might miss it.
Yeah. And how could you? I mean, how could you ever like negotiate to make yourself billions and billions of dollars if you got a problem making millions? You know, if you can't
Yeah.
get to that early point, you know. And some people got no problem trying to get billions of dollars. They got nothing.
Talking
no
about
problem.
billions and billions of dollars. You guys see the new Apple updates?
I haven't. You were telling
No.
me a little bit about it.
Man, they out here. They are out here. Their AI, which is Apple Intelligence, just might be the future of all of our technology. Or Skynet has officially become active and we're fucked. One of the two, right?
Well, I mean, what you told me about like turning every iPhone into a satellite phone, that's pretty cool. However, you know, like, I don't know. I guess I have to see it in action to see if it's, you know, like worth what I imagine. Because satellite phones are great.
Yeah, it's
You know, like if you're, not that but we live close enough to places in New Mexico where that like technology coverage just stops. Like if you go up in the Taos and then once you like cross over that
no
over the
fucking
bridge,
satellite
it's
service.
like the gorge. It's like nothing,
Yup.
nothing, and
Completely
that's why
gone.
people build those. What are they called? They're not yurts. What are they called?
They're kind of like repeaters
The Earth,
for your internet.
the Earth
right?
ships.
Yeah.
yeah. That's why people build the Earth ships and go hide out in Taos and stuff because you can't find them.
Oh, that's true. That's what you meant. Yeah, that's a good place to go. Disappear.
Yeah. So that technology can't catch you everywhere, but if you could go into a place like that and still be able to like connect and get a signal for an emergency or whatever, you know, that's cool.
Well, I think it's we're seeing AI is not going anywhere.
No.
We've talked about this
Not at
fucking
all, bro.
bajillion times now. It's not going
We
anywhere.
need to just figure out how to embrace it.
And I think that's what Apple's doing. Apple has officially made Siri. She's probably gonna fucking start talking to me now. This fucking bitch.
Bro, I don't use.
I use
Siri
that
like
shit all the time, my dude. I'm not even playing. Like I talk to text, bro. When I'm driving, I tell Siri what songs to play. I'm integrated.
Really?
And it sucks because Alexa smashes on Siri. Alexa's way more intelligent until now.
Really?
Siri's fucking got a major facelift.
Really?
Major. She can like
You
think
keep
ahead
calling.
of time.
You say he's already calling it a she, man.
Because she is.
I told him earlier. I was like, "It's an it, Johnny.
It's an it. Me and her have a love-hate relationship.
Okay.
What does Siri stand for?
That's a good look it up, Jason. Someone look it up. What does Siri look? You got your phone there, Jay. Come on, man.
Right.
She got
my iPhone. Yeah.
exactly. Ask Siri what she stands for. Let's see. Tell her. Let her tell it. Oh, I got it. Look. Hey Siri,
What you got?
what does your name stand for?
Siri is just the name they gave me when I got the job. It doesn't mean any one specific thing.
Speech interpretation and recognition interface. She just lied to you, dog.
See, this is what I'm talking
What I tell
about.
you,
You
dog?
can't trust this
Listen,
shit.
I told you, me and this bitch got a love-hate
that
relationship.
bitch.
We got a love-hate relationship. But see, she hasn't been upgraded yet, right? This is old. This is slower Siri, right?
Stop. She still know the meaning of her name.
Listen, this is the T1000. We're getting the Siri that's the liquid metal right now updated, right?
Have you seen this phone?
Exactly. I always, she could have been better for a long time, I thought,
Yeah.
because Alexa was way better. Like you would ask Alexa a question, and instead of saying like Siri does, well, here's this link to the internet, Alexa reads it to you. It's like, I don't got time. I want you to tell me what I should think, bitch. But now, bro, the way that she's going to be integrated, and now they've integrated ChatGPT has entered the conversation.
Okay.
So it's going to be less things that you have to like type out and do. It can figure these things out for you now. So like one that I seen was with the iPad when you're writing, right? So you got the pen and you're writing out or whatever, and it recognizes your style of handwriting, and it makes it better. So as you're writing, like if you write like shit, I write like shit. I can only understand my handwriting. It reads it, it analyzes it, and it corrects it, but still keeps it at your handwriting.
That's pretty cool.
Huh.
What's another one? Let me see. I'm gonna bring this stuff. There's a lot, bro. It's like almost too much shit.
That's what I told you, man. That stuff is built for handicapped people.
So look, and that's the one that's crazy. You can control apps with your eyes now.
Yeah.
You don't even got to touch the apps. You look at stuff. I guess you could like turn up the volume. You can move something from here to there. It's almost like, you remember that Tom Cruise movie, Minority Report? You remember when he was like moving stuff with his hands and shit? We're like getting there. Or Iron Man.
Yeah.
I think we're kind of getting there. You integrate that with Apple's headset. You see where this is starting to go, right?
Yeah, I saw, what's his name, Marquez Brownlee, do a video on that Apple headset, and he was showing that interface, and I was like, yo, this is crazy. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, man, they already got it this dope.
Yeah.
So think
bro,
about,
it's probably been around like
oh, for sure.
For sure. Obviously not for us. We don't need that shit, but it's been around.
Think about now when they integrate that into like a pair of Ray-Bans. Right? When you don't got to wear that fucking monstrosity on your head.
Yeah.
When it's just like the regular glasses that you have. And it's all AI now with the AI that they've integrated into their system.
Yeah.
I don't know, dog. Like I said, we're either looking at the beginning of Skynet becoming fucking active or for real, the future.
Well, to get past those, you can't do the Ray-Bans because your peripheral, so you need
you will need some wraparounds.
You need like the Blade glasses.
Like homie from
or the Barry Bonds joints. You remember that?
Homie from Star Trek.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I just watched that Reading Rainbow.
I haven't watched the documentary. Is it good?
Oh man,
I gotta go watch it. We need to send it to this fucker because he doesn't remember Reading Rainbow.
No, I seen the preview for it.
Really?
But you
didn't watch it?
I didn't watch it though.
Yeah.
Why do you hate people
Hey,
that
you
read,
need
Jay?
to send this fucker the fucking Reading Rainbow thing. He hasn't watched it yet.
Jay, why do you hate people that read, bro? It's cool, bro. We some reading
I don't even know
motherfuckers.
how to respond to that.
So let's see. Funny. Okay, let's go into ChatGPT because this is the thing that everybody's kind of like weirded out about, right? Okay. So ChatGPT seamlessly integrated. With ChatGPT from OpenAI integrated into Siri and writing tools, you get even more expertise when it might be helpful for you. No need to jump between tools. Siri can tap into ChatGPT for certain requests, including questions about photos or documents. And with Compose and writing tools, you can create and illustrate original content from scratch. You control when ChatGPT is used and will be asked before any of your information is shared. Anyone can access ChatGPT for free without creating an account. ChatGPT subscribers can connect accounts to access paid features within these experiences.
Sick.
So that's where Elon Musk kind of entered the conversation here.
He said
he's seen all of the updates, and he said if they put the AI and the ChatGPT at an OS level, he will not allow any Apple devices at any of his businesses.
Yeah. Because someone could remotely tap in and get proprietary information. Like, that makes perfect sense.
But do you think...
From his standpoint,
for sure. But that's the thing, though. That's the question that we had here. Apple has always been the company that's like, nope, you ain't getting none of the information, right? And it's always been the question, are they doing that because they don't want to give the information or is it because they just want to control the information?
Right.
They don't want no one else's hands in the pot.
Right.
U.S. government or not.
Yeah.
Unless... maybe they're ready to pay.
No, when he does that, it means the money.
Right? So it's always been a gray area there, but that comes with, so everybody's got your information and everybody's selling it.
Yeah.
At some point, you just got to pick who you're comfortable with selling your information.
Yeah.
Is that where we're at now?
I hope not. I think we should still be able to privatize our personal information because if you open the door like that, I'm pretty sure I've accepted some terms of service that gave someone a claim to my fucking DNA at some point. It's like, I don't even know how that happened, but it's like, if you can't read all that shit and you can't hold these people accountable and you can't negotiate with them, because it's like, hey, if you want this service or you want, whatever, you got to sign this form or whatnot. So I don't like the idea that everything is just owned and out there, because that allows just too much, like, it's impossible to manage that. You know what I'm saying? But maybe we should all just get into cybersecurity. And
well, I remember a while back the government came after Apple to try to unlock
somebody's phone.
Phone.
It was Diddy's phone.
And Apple said, "Fuck you."
Yeah, they wouldn't do it, but then like some third party dude was like, "I can hack it, but
yeah, but I'll go to jail. So don't let me do that."
See, but that's the thing. That comes to who do you trust, right? Why does Elon not want, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's
again for him, like he said though, for like Elon's deal, I could understand that because they're doing breakthrough shit too. With
Yeah,
AI.
Tesla's an AI company
it's
too.
Their direct competitors.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. So that's like letting them bring you a recording device
And get all the information.
And again, you might work for Tesla, and you're just like, well, I'm just going to work.
I got it all.
Yeah, but the people in Apple can be like, oh, well, these are all the people who are in the building.
Let's
and
tap
you
in.
can, and you wouldn't know what's happening, so
That's
they
true.
couldn't hold you accountable.
That's
and
true.
Elon's like, how are people stealing all of our proprietary
Yeah.
information? So I get it. And, Tesla being an AI company more so than like a car company or, anything else, that's really what they're doing. It's just the rise of the behemoths. And they're all trying to like figure out who's going to be
Who's
going to
get
shit.
their
Yeah.
hands around it
Yeah.
first?
Yeah.
Because really, whoever the first person is to do that is going to be the one that controls it all.
Yeah. I mean, I think the governments of the world are going to make sure that whoever gets that power is going to use it responsibly.
Oh yeah,
So-
definitely.
So they'll make sure
Responsibly
that-
for them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for
Right?
sure. For their interests.
Yeah. Man, it's crazy to see
Yeah.
how fast this has happened.
Yeah.
Because remember the other day I was telling you guys that I was watching the Defiant Ones, the Dre documentary and shit.
Oh, okay.
By the last episode, we get to Napster and the bubble popping, right?
shit. Yeah,
Music
yeah.
changing. Steve Jobs enters the conversation. Jimmy Iovine goes and starts working with Steve, right? And they figure out how to keep music kind of alive. And it's because of the iPhone. Oh, and the
iPod?
Pod then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that big old ugly ass brick.
I kind of miss those, man.
Man.
I probably would go ham for an iPod Shuffle right now.
You know,
Just
it's
something
funny.
lightweight.
The first
that
one-
had Bluetooth that I could just go, like exercise and be left with.
First one didn't have Bluetooth. Remember, the first one only had a
Yeah.
gig on it.
It didn't
It
even
looked
have
like
a screen.
It looked like a
Yeah.
pregnancy test.
Yeah.
Had that.
There was no
ugly-ass
interface.
white rope that you put
Yeah.
around your neck. It had like the little thing you slid off, and it was just
Yeah.
a USB.
It looked like a Med Alert.
It did. I remember thinking. Thinking, fuck, bro, 100 songs.
Yeah.
This holds 100 songs. Why would I need more than a gig?
Right.
Yep.
Bro, now this motherfucker has everything on
Yeah.
it.
You don't even
song
need
you could
to-
think of.
It's crazy.
You don't even need to store songs on it. You can
Yeah.
just stream them.
So, do you think Elon? Who's gonna get there first?
I don't think there is a first. I think everybody's just going to get a piece of the pie. I think a lot of people are going to get a piece of the pie. I think the regular people, those who apply themselves, will get an opportunity to like maintain and build some of those systems and things like that. But if they have AI running it, like they're gonna like that workforce is gonna be paper thin as much as possible because the investors are just looking out for their nut, and everybody else who's working is just like, hey man, if we can get a computer to do it, even at this level, we don't need you. So
It's gonna be an ongoing. It's going on forever, bro. There's not gonna be
Yeah.
like an end.
Yeah.
This Apple beat out Tesla or vice versa. It's
It'll
just gonna
just
be.
be who
It's
can-
gonna be new. What the fuck am I trying to say? New things to do.
New devices.
New devices.
Who can
what-
integrate it?
Extra shit. That extra
Yeah.
new add-ons and shit. That's
Hey,
what it's gonna
I
be.
think it's dope as fuck, man. Them custom emojis about to be fucking fire, dog.
Oh, dude, I actually seen.
Bro, you
something
could be
for
like,
that.
hey, I want to send a emoji of a dragon smoking a joint with angel wings and a halo, and it'll create it
like
and send
that.
it.
Yeah.
Because of the Chat GPT stuff. So this is a question here for
so
Lin Words.
useless.
It is useless, but it's kind of cool, bro. How much entertainment is useless? A lot,
All of it,
right?
but
it's
that is-
entertaining.
Yeah.
Emojis portray what you're saying,
Yes,
dog.
bro. Sometimes I'm a dragon. Sometimes I'm a
You should
dragon.
use it in your books, dog.
Right, okay.
I'm just
Bro,
kidding, dog.
change the game, Lil
Yeah,
Words.
yeah.
You just made me think of
Yeah,
it.
like, he
whole
wrote
book
this shit
using
in
emojis.
hieroglyphics, man. What is this shit?
So I got a question for you because we haven't used the theory button in a while. And
Indeed.
since we're on the AI, don't hit it until I ask the question.
Let's go.
Hopefully I hit the right one.
What do
dog.
you think is the scariest part of AI integration?
The scariest part?
Yep. Theory. Hit it. Bars. Scariest part, Lil Words.
Okay, so I don't think it's not really scary because none of this shit scares me.
What worries you
But
most?
you know what worries me is the people who are out there calling other people expendable. Because oh well, if I get a chip implanted in my head and I'm running this company and I'm a CEO and I have all these machines behind me and I'm a greater human than you, so we don't need you. You guys are useless eaters. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Like when you see those people at those summits and hiding off in the mountains somewhere, having these conversations, talking about hey, we need less population, we need less people, like all that shit. I feel like the technology gives people a false sense of security in their ability to create things that actually matter.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why I say it's like a lot of this stuff is very useful if you're handicapped in a wheelchair.
For sure.
And you need to like operate a phone or something, you can use your eyes. That's great. But I don't want the phone like scanning my retina and then like somewhere saying, well, you signed the user agreement, so now we own
Your
that retina. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know where that stuff goes. So, it's not really a conspiracy to say that slimy motherfuckers put slimy shit in contracts that they know
100%.
someone's not going to read.
How many of us read the terms and agreements anymore, right?
Yeah.
You scroll that bitch, I accept,
I agree.
move on.
Yeah.
I agree.
They put the little HTML link. You don't click it.
Yeah, no. The last time I read one of those was, I don't know, bro, the MySpace user agreement, I think, probably.
And that's why I think the technology, at some level needs to be like made safe and secure.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's really even possible. I think they've like manufactured these things so quickly that they haven't like looked at it and be like, all right, like how could this get out of hand? And nobody's really looking at it. It's just a race to, be the first to market or the first to function and that sort of thing. So I don't think it's scary. I think we're going to end up in a world very soon where there's going to be a technological divide. Hopefully not a technocracy, but there's going to be a huge technological divide. And there will be some people who will do just fine, but they'll be serving real people in real ways. And they won't be just selling them new apps and video games and shit like that. Because they got real, like that Ready Player One shit. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
that's
we're like,
really what people like have planned for society. Like that's crazy to me.
Seems like we're getting
But that's
close, too.
exactly what they talk about where it's like that whole Gen Z, like they don't want to work. Like you see all these changes that are happening in society and the way people are being taught to think and stuff like that. Nobody wants to be entrepreneurial. And if they do, they don't really know the half of it. You know what I'm saying? And if you really look at the way we've been running our legislation in the last few years, even before COVID, we were kind of leaning into ways where small businesses were going to get crushed. And they did,
Yeah.
in a lot of ways. So it's just the big boys and it's just the people who are just like on the base level. So your local government is very important. Everybody needs to control those things. And then small business in your own community is going to be, in a lot of ways, the best you can do. You're not going to be pulling up in a Lambo like Buddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it might not happen for you like that.
And see,
But you could still be successful. It's just not going to look like it did in the 80s,
For sure.
in the 90s, in the 2000s. It's like, they cut the faucet off on that shit.
they're
They're really saying, like, Atlas Shrugged, like, we out of here, bitch. Good luck.
For sure, dog. And the thing is, too, is they did it by making things easier for us.
Exactly.
Right? So they killed all of small business by bringing in the Walmarts and these bigger corporations that did the same thing that these small businesses did at a fraction of the cost.
Yeah, and they could take losses.
Exactly.
Yep.
They could take
absorb
major
it.
losses
Yeah, they
for
could
years.
absorb it, yeah.
And it's not even like a loss. They don't
What's
even
crazy,
feel it.
bro? Walmart probably put out little sports stores, video stores, photo stores, clothing stores.
So many.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like,
And you saw how heated they got when Amazon started blowing up. And
Oh,
doing
they were
all
pissed.
That. They were mad as fuck.
Yeah, because they
was
were
like,
about to
yeah.
experience what they did to a bunch of small businesses.
Yeah, but you see who didn't close during the pandemic.
Yep.
Walmart didn't close.
Yeah, but they took a
Not
hit
at
because
all.
those 24-hour Walmarts are gone.
True, but
Gone.
But also, I think some of that is due to the way the population is responding to these difficulties economically.
No one wants to shop in store anymore.
Not only that, but you look in like some of these bigger cities, places like in California, man, like motherfuckers just ran up in those places and were just stealing shit out the Louis store. It'd be like 40 people at a time, just grabbing shit. Like some of those places, like In-N-Out and like all them, they're like leaving cities. Companies are leaving cities because they can't afford to keep their employees safe or make a profit based on the laws that people are putting in place.
You're not
It's like,
supposed to go after them anymore.
who
You
are they
can't chase 'em.
serving? Like who are these policies serving? You can't even see it anymore.
No.
You know, it's just
it's serving on the back end, like
Well,
the back
somebody.
end of businesses that are doing security or installing fucking the electrical, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
they're passing all these laws because it's helping them and their buddies or their family.
Yeah.
But it's killing us. It's fucking us up in the.
yeah.
And the way they do it is they present it. And see, that's for me, not that I'm freaked out about it, because I'm not. It's going to happen regardless. There's nothing we could do about it. Right? We're not going to stand. We're not going to lead a revolution I'm not John Connor, brother. You know what I mean?
Jay's gonna leave.
You're John James.
I'm John James, bitch. Right? I'm Rick James, bitch. We're not going to lead a revolution. It's going to happen whether we want it to or not. The thing is that worries me as an artist is the same thing you brought up with them closing small business, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they present something to you and be like, oh, it's easier, it's cheaper, right? Easier and cheaper don't always mean better. They usually don't.
Right.
So if it's easier for me not to be creative and just let this fucking computer create for me, I'm not getting those creative reps in,
Right.
right? So what happens when you don't do your fucking reps? You lose muscle mass. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
If you want to rely just on this fucker here to be creative for you, you're going to reach a point where you can't really be as creative anymore. That's what worries me a little bit.
Yeah. I think a lot of the technology, because it's all a lot of it is just form at the base level based on UX and design. It's weird because I'm studying this now, but it's like you see the fundamentals of UX and design, and they talk about you have to know the business parameters, and then you also need to know, you have to have empathy for the user, right? But you have to always acknowledge, like everything is sub the business parameters. You know what I'm saying? So if the business is served, then the user can be served. That works fine when you're dealing with products that are user, like just, hey, here's a product, here's a car, here's a, like a set of headphones, whatever.
Simple.
A black mic.
Hey, shout out to Black Mike. He returned again. This is 3 episodes in.
But when you're using AI to manage things like government services, that's where I think we're kind of losing the narrative when it comes to that, because that stuff's going to get, if it hasn't already, that stuff's going to get sucked into that too. And I think it's going to be very harsh and impersonal. And I think we're going to see a lot of people kind of get exposed as far as like individually, when there's nobody to talk to, there's nobody, there's no human on the other side of it that you can, beg for help.
Yep.
There's no empathy there because
There's
it's
no
just
emotion.
software. It's just software.
There's no emotion. Doesn't
And
understand
the-
emotion.
and the computer can only say, yes, I understand what you're going through. I know this is a difficult time. Your paperwork will be processed.
How would you like to make your payment?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah.
Where's my money,
Right,
bitch?
exactly.
You can't explain to Siri that, man, I just got fired. I need an extension on my light bill because it's
Right.
Christmas. I need to have the Christmas tree turned on.
Right.
She's going to be like, I don't give a fuck about Christmas or your Christmas tree.
I don't even
Where's
know my
money?
name.
Right.
What is
Yeah.
that?
I don't even know why I'm called what I'm called, bitch. Just give me my money.
Yeah.
And I think that's a concern of mine too. And your dad said it before he left. There's no emotion there, right? Humans, we conduct ourselves, like it or not, for good or for bad,
Based on it.
based on
Based on
emotion.
it,
right.
A lot of times, you know, you can see when someone's struggling,
Yeah.
and you can see that you may be in a position to alleviate that and help them a little bit because you emotionally feel it. These motherfuckers don't give a shit. It's squeaky clean. It's like a It's like a surgery room. It's just cold, right? It's just cold blooded, and which might be a good thing though, because once they start being able to like analyze and understand and feel emotion, if they can, that's where the problem will come in.
Well, I like to think that they will, but I think when push comes to shove, I don't think they will, because it's the same thing as dealing with other people. It's like you can have compassion for me until it affects your bottom line. You know what I'm saying? You can,
exactly.
you know what I'm saying? It's
Then
like,
it's fuck you.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's like, hey guys, I'm moving this weekend. You in? You in?
Yeah.
Sure, we'll be there.
For sure.
It's like, yeah, but what are we moving? How much for truck? Oh, it's just us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those things where it's like you don't know what you're biting off quite yet. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And we're kind of getting to that place where it's like we don't know what we're creating.
Yeah. Wrapping
At
back
all.
around to like when you said using the AI for like to oversee like government stuff.
Yeah.
It would be so easy for even for whoever's in control of the AI for the time being to kind of lean towards, obviously away from the people and lean towards what's best for the government, because that's
Right.
And it's just going to be on automation. It's
And
gonna
that's
be
what they always do
automated.
anyways.
Yeah.
They do that
You know
always.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's not going to take,
Yeah.
you know, this party or this group of people to
Yeah.
make it happen. It's just going to be like, well,
Yeah.
little small increments are automatically
Automated,
happen.
yeah.
And then it instantly learns how to
know?
make that system better. So whatever system they implement is going to get that much more
Bro,
locked down.
This is crazy, dog. I just remember this, bro. Years ago, you guys remember that game Battle Tanks when it was like on PC. It was very basic. It was just like the outline of a tank, and you're like driving on like it was like it was like Tron shit, bro. But anyways, you would like drive around, and there'd be other tanks shooting at you, right?
Yeah.
So basic, bro. Black and green, because the lines
Yeah,
were green.
yeah, yeah.
But my pops was reading about that, and he was like, "Do you know they're using AI?" And bro, I was in like elementary school
For that
probably.
game?
For that game, dog. And it's crazy. I just remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. So AI is not new. That's
Right.
why like we're blown away by all this shit that
Yeah.
that we're getting finally.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, it seems cool, but like you said earlier, it's like this has probably been here,
Yeah,
for a
dude.
long time.
So then if we talked about the bad, okay,
Yes.
what's the good?
What's the good
Yeah.
about AI?
What's the most beneficial aspect of it?
I don't know, because I don't feel like our bodies are inferior to external technology. I think so much of what the spiritual conversation gets into tells you that what we are is so much greater than everything that we can create, and our creation can never be greater than us. You know, just
I
like we
agree.
can never be greater than
Than
our
God.
creator. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's impossible for the computers to actually be better than us, but we can certainly put a computer, on our own chains and
Yeah.
fuck ourselves up.
For
You
sure.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's why the problem, when people don't know themselves and they don't know what they're capable of, it's hard to draw that line. So it's like, oh, there's a new update. Sure.
well, if you there's ways to use it. Like there's programs, right, to where it'll edit like a video for
Right.
you, and then you go back in, you kind of make it yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Yeah.
it does it like quick, obviously, just like pretty within a few minutes, depending on how long it is. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
like and same thing on the audio end. You can do like look what they did with that Beatles song that they just
Which was dope
Oh,
as
and
hell.
the-
yeah,
oh,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Last
they,
Beatles song.
They used it to clean up
And
the
it was
audio.
dope.
You know what I'm saying? To make it sound modern and
Yeah.
it sounded dope. So like, there's ways to use it as a tool,
Right.
but I think right now we don't know how to use it as a tool. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Well,
So
it's
we're
still
fearing
too new.
the unknown. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
For me, bro, I think I see. I think about Daniel. I think about
Okay.
my brother Daniel with multiple sclerosis. Right. I mean, he pretty much can't move at all anymore. Really. Right. So with advancements in this type of technology, I hope that it can make his quality of life better.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
So with for me, I think that's the biggest benefit
Well, yeah, for the people that the technology is actually designed for,
Yes,
like their
quality of life.
That's much, much better.
Because bro, those type of diseases, those type of illnesses, and those type of people that have those type of disabilities,
Right.
man, bro, like their quality of life just keeps just diminishing and diminishing, right?
Yeah.
And what's crazy, what with Daniel is he's one of the most intelligent people I've ever met in my life, bro.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
for real, dog. And his mind is completely there, bro. Like completely. He hasn't lost his sense of humor. He hasn't lost his ability to think. He's just trapped inside of a body that doesn't want to work with him anymore.
Damn.
Right? So with these type of advancements, for me, I see those being the most beneficial. Because, like you said it's cool as fuck that I could send a cool little emoji of like a flying dick, maybe. But, I mean, is that really helping anything, right? Like, it's cool. A lot of this stuff is really cool and entertaining. And it's like, wow, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
For me, I see the benefits in that type of stuff.
Right. I see.
In the medical field, I think
Yeah,
that
for
would
sure.
be crazy,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Like in the medical field, all that stuff is great for organizing and processing services and all that stuff.
Like, what if there's an implant? What if there's a chip that they could implant into Daniel's brain that can make him be able to fucking walk again?
Right.
Like or at least some sort of
Mobility. Yeah.
Again, people just want to, it's the fucking mark of the beast. Goddamn devil, you ain't
No,
putting
bro.
a chip in me. I'm not saying I'm gonna get a chip implanted, right? But some people that like, it's easy to say it from a perspective of being able to walk around all the time.
Yeah.
If you couldn't move and they said, hey, I got this chip I can implant into your brain and you can be out here fucking playing football.
And those are the people that I think actually need the technology. So that's why I was saying earlier, when you have these other people who are fully functional, but they're like, no, I want to get the implant because then I'll have the whole internet at my disposal.
Yeah.
It's like, you're not Lex Luthor, motherfucker.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, chill out.
Yeah, like, why are you in a rush to
Bro, I actually seen this. It was a news episode of. I want to say it was for these people had it was seizures. I want to say, or epilepsy. It was something, bro. And they got this thing implanted, and within the first 5 minutes of them, like, it's an app on their phone that they would install.
Yeah.
And they did it on like a 17-year-old girl, I think. And within 5 minutes, bro, like the pressure in her head or something that was like giving her pain and causing all this shit went away by I think it was 70%. And then from there they kind of dial it in so that way, but it's not perfect, right? You know what I'm saying? So she still did have these episodes, but that right there, and then they did it to her, and then someone else, I forget what their issues were, but that type of stuff is being implemented. You know what I'm saying?
And it improves quality of life.
And it improves quality of
imagine
life,
that.
bro.
You go from having, 50 seizures a day to 2.
oh yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Same thing. You made me think of those videos that go around all the time of the people that couldn't hear. And they put the implants into their head and their brain or whatever, and they turned it on for the first time. And you see
They
these
can
little
hear
kids
their
hear
own
their
voice.
mom's voice or their own voice.
And they're
They
crying,
break
bro,
down
yeah.
in tears,
It's
bro.
crazy, dog.
Quality of life. I
Yeah.
think our technology, if obviously, used right, we out here, holding hands and singing "We Are the World,"
Yeah.
used correctly, could make us better. That's the point, right? That's what it's supposed to be for, right? All of our technology and our advancements and our tools is to make us better as a person, as a society. So with our advancements that we've made, it can, bro, if they're implemented the right direction.
yeah. I mean, I just feel like the amount of the population that we're correcting for here is pretty small. I'm not saying it's not important,
But
I'm
it
just
is
saying,
smaller than the vast majority. Yeah.
And there are so many other people who have other problems that are being ignored that are getting more and more serious and more dire, and we're not addressing it.
I mean, you don't like paying $10 for some eggs? Lend words.
I will not. I will.
You
go
ain't a fan of that?
Steal a chicken.
My brother, I'm about to fucking get me a goddamn chicken coop in the backyard.
Yeah.
I be
Me
eating,
too.
bro, that shit getting
Well,
expensive.
yeah, you
as
told me how
hell.
many eggs you eat, and I was like, man, that's too much.
Yeah, but I got to. I got to my protein in, bro.
Nah,
man, getting sick and running like I do and losing all them calories, bro, I fucking shriveled up, my dude. I lost all kinds of weight. Now I got to put that shit back on. But Yeah, there's definitely things that we do need to focus on more, but you know how it is, brother. They want to keep the people docile and entertained, bro.
It's gonna be hard to get when the stuff does hit medical, the medical field. It's gonna be hard to get laws passed so everyday people can have access to those programs and those I'm gonna say chips, but
well, because then you're gonna have people that because it does pose a security risk. Right? Yeah. You're going to have people like the Elon Musk that are like, nah, you can't work over here with some goddamn chip implanted in your brain. I don't know what the fuck it's picking up from your eyeballs and what it's sending off to over here and over there. Yeah. So it's going to be a battle no matter what. Yeah. No matter what. Yep. But again, it's it is a smaller demographic, 100%. It's not the majority. But like you said, it doesn't make them any less important. Right. And if we're already making these advancements, they should be the first ones thought of, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think diversity, equity, and inclusion more so for people with disabilities is an absolute must. We used to have halfway houses and other things like that for people who were kind of on different parts of the spectrum and had different things going on. And then just as a society, we stopped funding those things and they became poorly managed and they became dangerous for the people there. So we have a company in town called ARCA that does like home-based care. I used to work with them years ago. And that's one of the things that they came up and they were built on families. And that's why I'm saying it's like we're going to need more companies like that in the future where groups of real people are saying this is a real need that we need
and we really care.
Here and we care and we are going to put our wealth and our time and attention into resolving these issues. And that's how you improve your local circumstances. It's not necessarily by trying to get, the right this or that in the office and all the rest. Like we're really gonna have to step into an age of responsibility. And I don't know if that next generation is getting the guidance that they need.
What do you think, Dom? You guys responsible enough to handle business or what? Damn, he ain't even.
He was on his phone.
Soul, bro.
He was on his phone, yo.
He ain't even soul, bro.
He was like, what?
Yeah, we responsible as a motherfucker up in here.
Bro, this pod's gonna be one fucking camera view. That's funny. As fuck, though.
Yeah, dog. It does come down to responsibility and care.
Yeah,
it does. At
sure.
the end of the day, because you get the wrong motherfucker. Like you said, Lex Luthor. You get Lex Luthor in there, fucking starting fucking Voltron, right? Or not Voltron? Yeah, it was Voltron from Iron Man, right? Dom from Avengers. Ultron.
Ultron, yeah.
Voltron's your Power Rangers.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah. I used to have that motherfucker with all the cats,
you know what I'm saying?
You could build it.
It was right before me.
I wish I kept it, man.
That was right before. My brother had one, bro. Those were like real fucking metal, dog.
Oh, yeah.
My cousin DJ had one, or it was my brother's. I don't know.
Bro, you put that mud together, it was like
huge.
2.5, 3 feet tall,
bro. And each piece, dog. If you hit somebody with that motherfucker, I hit Justin with one. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, that's why they don't make them anymore.
Yeah, that shit was
because
real,
Johnny.
Because of Johnny.
That's why everything's plastic and made like shit.
He had those.
Thanks, Johnny.
Yeah, thanks, Johnny.
We found those racetracks too.
You remember the ones we were talking about? I forgot about that. Yeah. Remember the racetrack where you put the car in there and it's like electric, you turn it on, it just goes
around. Yeah, you had to connect the track.
That was
it was there.
Did you bring it?
No, it was there.
Oh,
it was fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, was it?
Probably had fucking more. If I'd have took that with me, I'd have started the next pandemic, bro. Whatever mold was on that shit, I did not want in the car.
That's crazy.
What were we talking about? Me fucking shit up. Now it's Power Rangers, Voltron. No, Ultron. There we go. I found the thread. Look at that. Who says stoners don't know how to fucking have a conversation and remember shit? Ultron.
Yeah.
If we have the wrong person steering the ship, my dog.
Exactly.
All they want is for personal gain.
Correct.
And them and their homies.
Yep.
The ones that actually run.
And we don't even see them.
No.
And they hide.
You probably don't want to anyway.
Yeah, and they hide.
Lizard people.
Yeah, maybe, but maybe not. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
they ain't lizard people. People want to see it as an evil entity that's an alien or a lizard.
Right.
Motherfuckers look like us, dog.
Yeah.
They're not lizard people. They're just fucking shitty people.
Right. And what does it prove? Even if they are lizards, lizard people who can shapeshift and all that shit. What does it tell you that they choose to shapeshift so they can walk around looking like us. They're fucking scared of us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
even if there is this like secret group of people
They're scared
who
of
can
us.
do, they're scared of us.
Yep.
And personally, like, I don't know how much I believe that shit. I think people do plenty of cruel shit anyway.
You gotta
I
be
don't
a
know.
lizard?
I don't think you need to be lizard. I think that's
No.
either like, I think some of those stories get perpetuated just because it adds this fear that it's harder for other people to overcome. You remember when the motherfuckers was trying to run up on Area 51?
Yeah.
And they was just like, "Pfft, come in here, it's gonna be your ass.
Yeah. I
Like,
dare
they
you,
told you,
motherfuckers.
yeah. But that's the thing. It's
Yeah.
like, it's a government facility. Like, we know that chances are those people would have got somewhere or anywhere and they would have just been like, oh, what's around here? We want to see the aliens. They'd have been like, bro, like, there's nothing here.
Get out of here.
There's 19-year-olds working the gate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're gonna get hemmed
It would have
up
been
for
the-
yeah, you're gonna
trespassing.
exactly. You're going to get
To
hemmed
the
up for
fullest max,
trespassing.
It would have
You're
been
not
the
supposed
people
to be
kicking
there.
their feet up at the Capitol.
Right. Well, yeah.
They got in there. They're like, "What the fuck do we do now,
Yeah,
man?"
yeah.
There was no end to.
Yeah.
What are we doing here, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just leave.
Like, what if you ran up on Area 51? You got downstairs, and all it was like,
A vending machine and some Culligan.
and then just tunnels,
Yeah.
going in different directions, and it's just like, well, what the fuck is this? It's like, bro,
You know what
don't
they're gonna
know.
do? They're gonna get on social media. Hey
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
we're in Area 51.
Yeah.
Look at the Culligan bottle over there. And
Yeah.
then they're gonna be like, "Well, that was
That's
fun,
it,
man.
yeah.
I made myself a viral TikTok.
Right.
Got the fun." That was
Exactly.
right before COVID, huh?
Yeah,
that was
for
like
sure.
2019 when they're like, remember they were.
You remember they had that weird monolith in the desert
Yeah.
too? Yeah,
Oh,
that one. That
I
was
forgot
like
about
that
that.
one
They
had
was
a bunch
crazy.
of them,
Yeah,
They started popping up all over the
Yeah,
place.
and somebody knocked down the Georgia Stones too. Blew them up. Yeah, man.
They don't want you
There's some
raising
shit
them
going on.
frequencies, my
They
brother.
don't like
No,
us
man.
waking up.
They
at
don't
all.
want you to imagine all the people, my brother. They don't want you to imagine all the people, and I can't think of a better way to get the fuck up out of here, fellas.
Yep.
Audience, imagine all the people every now and then. Till next time, respect, connect, peace.
Pay Elon his money.
It's picker than Nick.